Hello guys, in this video we're going to see how to create a scrolling background in Scratch. But today we're not going to choose any sprites, rather we're going to choose a backdrop and we're going to make it a sprite. We'll see how to do that. So I'm going to go to backdrop and choose some of the backdrops which could be around space. So I've chosen backdrop here, and maybe I can go on to choose one more backdrop which could be another space city. Now we'll see how to convert it to the sprites. So I'm going to go to click on stage and I'm going to click on backdrop. I'm going to click on convert to vector for both of these sprites. Now I'm going to click the particular backdrop here, copy it, and I'm going to the paint editor of the sprite and paste it in here. Yes, and I'm going to add one more paint editor, and I'm going to go to the backdrop, go to the space city 2, select it, copy the backdrop, come back to the sprite and paste it here. But now to avoid the duplication, I'm going to go to stage and delete these two backdrops now. Yes, now we have the backdrops as our sprites of costume 1 and 2. Now we'll see how to get started with the code. Now I'm going to go to events and take when the green flag is clicked, and I'm going to go to looks and going to add go to layer. Now since the cat is not visible to us, I'm going to make the backdrop behind so that the cat is visible to us. Yes, now this is fine. Since it's out of place, I'm going to go to motion and add a go to block to bring it to the middle. So I'm going to make it as x0 and y0. Now this should be fine. Yes, now the backdrop, which is our sprite, has to scroll, which means it has to actually move this ways and come here and move again and again. So we have to do that. I'm going to go to motion again and take a block which is change x, and going to make it as -5, and then this is working. To make it continuous, we'll put it inside a for our loop and check if this works. Yes, now this is working fine. But then when it reaches this side, the scrolling stops and it is empty. So to fix that, I'm going to add a if block, and then when it reaches this position, we're going to do something. So I'm going to go to operators, and when the x position reaches a particular value, which could be right now it's in -465, so I'm going to make it as -4, maybe 64 or 60, so which could be less. So we'll check if this is true. Yes, this is true. Now what happens if it reaches here? I'm going to go to again motion, and it should start coming from this side, which is -465 here right now, but it should be +465. Right from here it just starts, it should be -465. So I'm going to make it as 465 plus of it, so that works fine. Yes, so whenever it reaches a particular value of here, it is again coming from here where the value is 465 now. But the center area is still empty, and we'll fix it. So I'm going to stop, and I'm going to duplicate this particular sprite from here. Yes, and to make it avoid confusion, I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to flip it so that this is fine, and maybe I can delete one of the costume and keep as 1. So I'm going to come back to code, but then this is in 0, so we're going to make it as 465, and we'll see if this works. So yes, it is attached here if you see, and it is continuously scrolling. Yes, these are attached and this looks like scrolling. To add more points to it, we can go to the first sprite and add a next costume block, as we have added one more costume, the green colored one, so that this works fine. We'll check if this works. So it's scrolling, and yeah, so the next costume changes, and this looks like something is being scrolled up on the space. To add a few more details, maybe I can delete the cat, and I can go on to choose something for space for today. which could be a rocket ship or something. Yes, since it's huge, maybe we can make it a little bit smaller. Yeah. So this is how we create a scrolling background in Scratch. You can always add your thoughts to it. And thank you guys. See you in the next video. Bye bye.